Hi everybody, it's Diana. Today is December 21st. It's the first day of winter. It's our winter solstice, and also the sun enters Capricorn today. This reading is for my Taurus friends. So if your sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign, it's in Taurus, and this reading will be especially illuminating for you. Essentially, we are looking at the energy that you have dealt with in the recent past, but that is fading, as well as the energy that you will be looking at for the next 3 months. So essentially between now and from today to end of March. And also we will also look at some advice card for you as well. Over here. Let me take a look. Okay. So on the left here, we have all the energies of the recent past. And it seems like recently you really focused on gaining the more financial independence, more money, more stability, more abundance. And I think some of you really hustled to get into a new job or work on building a side gig. And it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of just prioritization and probably not a lot of sleep. But you're putting all that in so you can have a better future. And it seems like you've spent a lot of effort trying to figure out how you want to invest your time, like long term, how you want to build out your business, or you are re-examining your current job and asking yourself, is this what I want to do long term? Is this what I want to do day in, day out for the next 3, 5, 7 years and possibly longer? And this card I'm looking at, I think a lot of you have either started a new project or a new job that maybe you're not 100% crazy about, that you're not totally in love with this job, but you know that it's a good stepping stone. What I mean is maybe you've been out of the workforce for a while and you just want this job to have it to be on your resume. So when you go look for your future jobs, it's much easier. Or maybe you're just graduating from school and you took this internship that you know it's not what you want to do for the next 5, 10, 20 years, but for the next 6 to 12 months, it's a good opportunity to, get your foot in the door, get some work experience under your belt, and then have some solid experience to be shown on your resume that will help you get your next job. Or maybe you started a business and you are now taking a look at it and realize that it is what you want to do, but your current business model could be changed or there's things you could do better. So wherever you are right now seems to be a good stepping stone for where you want to be long term, but you haven't arrived at your ultimate destination yet. Let me take a look at this one. And this could be both personal as well as professional. So we covered the professional aspect. I think from a personal aspect, maybe you moved into an apartment or you bought a place recently. And this is not like your dream house or dream apartment, but it's perfectly okay for right now because it could be either really close to your school and you live really close to campus and it's obviously a good option, or maybe this place is really close to your family or really close to your job where you have to commute to several times a week. It just seems like wherever you are right now seems to be like a good stepping stone, and it's a move towards a positive direction. You're on the right path. You're just not at your ultimate destination yet. And it seems like lately you've actually had the time to think about, oh, this is where I am now. This is where I want to be 3 years from now, 5 years from now, and long term, this is where I want to be. And it seems like you are making good progress on your like life's roadmap, and you're really taking the time to sort of figure out, like we all do towards the end of the year, trying to figure out, taking, I guess the term I was thinking about is you're taking the inventory of your life and then trying to figure out where you want to go next. And you have been sort of doing this master plan, or small planning of where you want to go, where you currently are, and where, like, how to sort of get there. You still have some ways to go. You haven't arrived at your final destination yet, but you're making good progress. So imagine you're taking a cross the country road trip somewhere, and you're planning out every day how far you're going to spend on the road, and you're mapping out the rest stops. Is that kind of energy that you are going steadily towards your goal, and you're making really, really good progress. And I think that's sort of everything. That seems to be the energy that you have been dealing with the last several weeks to the last several months. And for this next few months, essentially between now to end of March, these are the energies, the cards that represent energy you are working with. And it just feel like energy is actually going to be moving pretty rapidly for you this season. So typically in the winter time, everyone thinks that things move slowly, and towards the end of the year, beginning of the new year, things are not like boom, 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 rapid moving. But it almost feels like they will move fairly quickly for you, and things might feel a little bit slow now because you're sort of in the planning phase, but things are going to get fast moving. The energy will flow actually pretty fast in the next several months, and it's like a lot of things will happen boom, boom, boom right after another, and then it will require you to really be thoughtful and make decisions. And it almost feels like you'll be juggling a lot of things all at the same time, whether work can be super busy, or school is going to get, your classes will turn out to be a little bit more challenging and more involved than you realize. It could be maybe you're starting a new job, and then that requires a lot of getting used to ramping up to the new position. Or a lot of companies are going through reorgs and reshuffling of like their team and their people right now. So maybe your company will be going through that phase as well. And then you literally have like 700 things on your plate all at once. That's going to take a lot of your energy and focus and dedication, and just to sort of figure things out as as you're juggling work, life, school, family, friends, and just a lot of those. And there is a very much an energy about trusting your instincts while weighing your options and trying to make the decision that's going to be the best for you. And I can see that you'll be doing a lot of decision making, weighting the pros and cons. And there's an element of actively choosing. So not necessarily letting life happen to you, but making the decisions for things to happen for your life. There's very much an energy of you should trust your instinct, figure out your priorities, as well as actively make decisions. So one example could be maybe a company is going through rework. Instead of trying to, wait and see how things unfold, maybe actively see what are the different roles that's available once the rework happens. We're trying to stay ahead of the curve sometimes people know when certain teams will be reworked, and maybe you can proactively think about which roles and what jobs you want to do in the future, and start aligning yourself and start looking right now to align yourself with your long-term goal. And that's what I mean by like actively choosing, not necessarily wait for human resources or management or team leadership to tell you where your current job will be realigned to in the post, I guess, work, but actively figure out where you want to go and then actively strive for it, or start networking and talking to people and friends and coworkers and old bosses and trying to figure out what to do for your life and how you can take a more proactive role in figuring out your next step. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And the message is very much about trusting your instinct. So if you think, oh, I haven't spoke to this old manager or this old coworker for a while, take the time to reconnect, and maybe this is a good time to just reconnect with all your old connections, old contacts, and then get the conversation started in case you need to do a little bit more of the reconnecting and networking in the next quarter, in the next couple of months. The advice card. So these three are the advice card and the lessons you're being asked to learn in this upcoming several months. Let me see. Interesting. I'm almost getting a sense of like restless energy. Maybe you've already decided that you want to amp up your business or do something different with your current project. You haven't quite leaped forward yet, but there's a lot of things that's happening in your mind right now as you're trying to figure things out for yourself, as well as how everything will fit into sort of this master plan. Or maybe you are content with your current situation, but you're a little bit bored in your personal life. So you're thinking about, oh, maybe I'll take this new online class to learn how to cook Italian food or how to make sushi, or maybe I will pick up a new hobby and learn how to play tennis or how to ski. There's a very much an energy here that you want to do something a little bit different, a little bit new. It could be both professionally, or it could be like personally, that there's something different that you want to explore, that if you almost feel like there's more to life, or there's more to this job, or there's more to XYZ, fill in the blank, whatever that might be for you. There's a very much an energy of wanting to explore and see what else is there. There is a word of caution that as you're exploring new ideas, maybe timing is not quite right to jump with both of your foot in for whatever reason that might be. And just be very mindful that whatever opportunities that's being presented to you, that's shared with you right now, do your due diligence. Let me see. So if someone comes to you with like a no-fail investment opportunity, really do your research, talk to the person or the people who are bring this idea, this opportunity to you. Speak to other people who have already invested to see what their experience has been working with, this team or this new investment advisor or this company, and then how and maybe go online, read the reviews. I feel like you can find everything under the sun online right now. You have to be mindful and sort of weed out the junk and trust your source. But the information's out there, maybe go on Better Business Bureau and read up on it. Just just do your research. Or maybe or maybe you want to try your hand at online dating, and just make sure you do the research on this new partner to make sure they're not already married or in a committed relationship. Or I don't know how you will figure out if they're damaged goods or not. But I think sometimes it comes back to trusting your instinct. If this person or opportunity or project or job sounds too good to be true, maybe take a pause, sleep on it, trying to figure things out a little bit. And maybe if you're doing online dating, just really make sure they're who they say they are, and they're not somebody who might have nefarious intent. Or I mean, I guess when you go on first date, it might be lame to bring a friend, but make sure your friends always know where you're gonna be. Maybe meet at somewhere during the day versus at night at a secluded place. Just make sure you're protecting yourself and really be mindful about your actions. And there's very much the advice about weighing your options carefully to make sure that somebody's not trying to, I guess, pull the wool over your eyes. I think that's a saying. They always say the devil is in the details, and there's very much a suggestion here about just be careful, read all legal documents carefully, give it to a friend who has legal background or somebody who can refer you to a good attorney. Really just be mindful about the opportunities and the investment, and I guess new dating candidates that the new ones that you're meeting. You don't need to be super paranoid about it, but I think it's always good to do research and keep your eyes wide open. I think good opportunities will come to you, and you'll have different options, and things will move actually pretty quickly. Just keep your eyes open. And I don't know why my heat always come up every time I'm recording one of these, but that's the crazy noise you guys always hear in the background halfway through, and that's what you're hearing right now. And that's pretty much what I see for uh, for my Taurus friends this next couple of months. That I think you've made good strides and good progress towards your long-term goal. You're not quite where you want to be yet, and you know that as well, but you are at, I guess, a rest stop or a good stepping stone point, I guess, as I like to call it. And the energy that you will be working with predominantly for the next couple months are, things are moving very quickly. You will have different options opened up to you. You will make sort of like trying to juggle things out as you're making decisions. And there's a very much a message about don't let life happen to you, but take a active driving seat. I guess be in the active driving seat of your life or your life's vehicle, wherever you want to go. Just take a very active role, and trust your instinct while you're trying to make decisions, and just be very mindful about all the opportunities that are being presented to you. Sort of keep your eyes open. Know that the devil is in the detail. The devil is always in the detail, and I want to say be suspicious or paranoid, but make sure you do your due diligence. And that's sort of the advice and the energy I'm really seeing for my Taurus friends. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to pull an angel card for you guys. See what you have. see. Shanti. All right. So it says that I'm the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and the smoother road ahead. I think this card ties very much into the reading we have been doing so far, that you have an angel that's holding like a flower or plant, and I almost feel like every single petal is very much new opportunity that's going to be blossoming into your life. And at the same time, you have guardian angels that's protecting you along the way. And just know that you're protected. New opportunity is coming along your way. And again, do your due diligence. Things will work out for you, but you have to take an active role. Trust your instinct. Protect yourself. Do your due diligence. And you're very much well on the way of, I guess, this road we call life, and wherever you have your heart set on as your destination, that you're on your way there. And that's what I see. So as I always say, subscribe and thumbs up, click on that like button, and I hope you have a fantastic day.